Well, Jody, Lara, the amendment to the governor's plan hasn't been officially filed, but it was released to lawmakers, and it makes several major changes to how Iowa's 9 area education agencies, or AEAs, would operate. So right now, schools automatically send state and federal special education funding to their local AEA. The governor's revised plan still gives school districts full control over how to spend that money instead.
Under the governor's revised plan, school districts would choose whether to still use their AEA for all or some services, or whether to get them elsewhere, like through a private company. The amended bill says districts would have until June 1st to make a decision. The changes would start next school year. That's more time than the April deadline that was originally proposed, but Heartland AEA Administrator Dr. Cindy Yelnick says it's still not enough.
Knowing what staff you're going to need to hire, that process really starts in January. So to say in June we're going to find out which staff we need, where their assignments are going to be, that really crunches the timeline.
She also says it's not enough time for school districts.
It also puts them on a very short timeline to hire, to make decisions, to make sure services are in place for when kids get back to school just 2 months later in August.
In the future, districts would have until February 1st to let their AEA know if they plan to continue working with them. In an interview with KCCI last week, Reynolds said she wants schools in the driver's seat.
We're giving schools the funding so that they can hold the AEAs accountable. Now they're the customer, so we can improve the scores. Improve the services. If they're not providing the services that they want, they have some options.
The revised bill also allows AEAs to continue providing general education services, only if a school requests it and the program is approved by the Department of Education. The original plan would have gotten rid of those resources. Yelnick says the general education services are wide-ranging and include things like helping someone get certified to become a substitute teacher, or helping implement new curriculum, or helping teach students whose primary language isn't English.
So all of those services that districts maybe don't need every day, they'd have to figure out how to provide in a different way, or if they choose to use their education services money to purchase them, they've decided, would they purchase from us, would somebody from a private provider? For us, it's a puzzle then. What staff is going to be highly needed by districts, and then how do you make sure you have the right people in place?
She also says it's hard to know which services will be impacted and how much until the AEAs talk to schools and see what services they want to keep and what services they don't. And this bill's pretty extensive, so it does have some other changes, including oversight